Yes, my 7th class student. You are learning the chapter motion and time, and that you have learned about the motion, different types of motion, and in duration this period you have learned that a moving body covers distance in an interval of time. Then how much distance is covered by the moving body is measured by another physical quantity, and that physical quantity is called a speed. It means what is the definition of a speed? Wait a moment. I'm searching a sketch pen to write. No. Yes, a speed. It is the measure of the distance covered by a moving body. It is a scalar. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar physical quantity which gives information about the distance covered by a moving body in unit time. Speed is a scalar quantity. It gives information about the distance covered by a moving body in a unit time. It means if an object moves 40 kilometers in 1 hour, then you say that the speed of the bike is 40 kilometers per hour. To describe the speed, you cannot say, you do not say about the direction of the bike, in which direction the bike is going, because the speed is a scalar quantity. What is a scalar and vector? You will learn in 9th class. It is not your matter. So it means speed is equal to distance by time. You can describe the speed by a second formula. The distance covered per unit time by a moving body is called the speed of the moving body. The distance covered per unit time by a moving body is called the speed of the moving body. And what is the SI unit of speed is, my children? You will derive this SI unit very simply. A speed, and it's, if you want to derive the unit, what is the unit of the distance? Meter. And what is the unit of the time? Second. Meter per second is the SI unit of speed. Meter per second. My children, but a very clear concept I want to give you, that any speed is the average speed of anything. Any speed is average speed of anything. How? Just I am exhibiting you example. Then you will understand that every speed is average speed. See, suppose a car is starting from point A. Here is a point A, and a car is starting from here. A car is starting from here. At 10 o'clock, it is here, and its speed is 0. When he started here, at first, its speed is 1 kilometer. After some time, its speed is 10 kilometer. After some time, its speed is 20 kilometer. And after that, it received is a speed 40 kilometer per hour. What are you saying? That it takes some time to reach up to 40 kilometers. At a glance, at one chance, any bike, any automobile cannot take the speed as you like. It takes some time. It means you are giving the average speed of the bike. Average speed. Now you can calculate the average speed that here he have covered 1 kilometer, here he have covered 20, here he have covered 20 kilometer, and in last speed he have covered 40 kilometer, and time is 1 hour. It is also one, it is also one, it is also one. Then on the total distance and speed is equal to the average speed. Then you will write speed is equal to total distance by total time. No speed is no any speed can be said only speed. Always it is average speed, my children. 40 plus 20 plus 10, and for simplification I am writing it 2 and plus 2 by the time interval is 4, 60, 70, 72. 18 kilometer per hour is the average speed of the object. Okay, my children? Average. Nothing starts with 40 kilometers. It is not possible. No automobile starts from the starting point with a speed 60 kilometer or 90 kilometer or 100 kilometer. At least 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute it takes to reach the 60 kilometer. Then the distance covered in 1 second is what? And then how you are saying that the bike is moving a speed of 60 kilometer? No, you are taking average. Okay, my children? Then actually the term speed is average speed of any object. Now, you have seen that to cover this distance, it had taken 4 hours. And 4 hours is a physical quantity, and it is the time factor. What is the time? No one can define what is time, my children. Time is undefined. But how time is measured, it is possible. It is possible to measure the time. In previous times, in old times, we measure the time by sand clock, water clock, by showing the shadow of any object, and so on and so on. But when the science developed, then he prepared a device called pendulum. What is pendulum and how it measures the time? I am exhibiting a simple model of pendulum and how it measures the time. See, just I am going to exhibit you on my science desk here, present, see it, the model of pendulum. Just I am going to exhibit you, my children. बहुत आवाज हो रहा है yes देखो तो आ रहा है ना आ जाएगा आ रहा है कैमरे में आ रहा है ना yes my children I'm exhibiting you a simple model of pendulum. It is actually not a pendulum but a model of pendulum, and also it is active and it is a stopwatch. It starts as you like. It measures 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, and if you want to stop at a moment, you can able to stop this. Okay, my children? If you want to, this needle comes to zero, then you use this handle. Now it's at the point of 60. This is a simple model of pendulum. It is a thread, and here in actual pendulum, a iron bob is connected, and in clock, there is a ebonite or any object is hanging like this. Pendulum is what? Pendulum is a simple device which measures the fraction of time by completing its one oscillation, and the fraction of time is called second. Pendulum is a simple device which measures a fraction of time by completing its one oscillation, and the fraction is second. Now question comes in your mind, children, what is oscillation? And to complete oscillation, how much time it takes? Then a new term comes in front of you, time period. A pendulum, how much time takes to complete one oscillation is called time period. Our time taken to complete one oscillation by a pendulum is called time period. Then what is one oscillation? I am going to exhibit you one oscillation. This is the mid position of the pendulum. Yes, my children? Now, I am taking this bob, and the bob comes here. Again reaches here. See, one oscillation means if you take this middle position is a starting point, then it comes here, goes in this side here, and again comes in the middle position. This is called one oscillation. Again, I am going to exhibit one oscillation. This is a starting point. Yes, my children? Now it comes here. When a pendulum is starting from a height and back to middle position and goes again in the second side and again come back at the mid position, this is called one oscillation. And the time taking for oscillation, the time taken to this phenomena is called time period. And my children, any pendulum starting from oscillation in 2 seconds and in half of hour and year, month,